What is up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 25 of The Edge. 25 already, man. Good lord, it doesn't take long. I'm your host, Sean Clark, aka Valise, as I'm known around Azeroth. Coming up on tonight's episode, we're going to be hearing about Matt's experiences with the beta raid testing. Sounds like a lot of fun. I wish I could have been a part of it. Preview of the new Druid ability, Claws of the Shirvala, and information on our Warlords of Draenor beta key giveaway. But first, as always, we're going to bring in the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Matt Lowe. What's up, Matt?
What is up?
What is up?
Want to know what's up? Okay, I'll tell you what's up.
Okay, you tell me.
So, we've made some serious progress in this world of Siege and Warhammer progression craft. We are back in front of Black Fuse. We gave him a shot last week. We've gone down to 77%, and thankfully this week we managed to push it on another 10%. We're down to 65 or so. So at the rate we're going, 10% a week, we should have him down by mid-September, right?
Sick.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But still, progress is progress. I shouldn't be too disappointed, but
that is a hard fight. A lot of people have hard repeat kills on that.
Yeah, it's a very, it's quite the learning experience for everyone involved because there's so much stuff going on, right? And yeah, so it's definitely very enjoyable though.
Awesome.
Well, still recruiting, by the way. Still recruiting for current content and for Warlords. If anyone out there is looking for a guild,
could be you.
You can raid with, Mythic Maticus here.
Yo, where can they apply? Where is this? Where do they go here?
CQgaming.com.
CQgaming.com. Mm-hmm. There you go. Check it out. If you're looking for a guild, I know a lot of people are going to be coming back and looking for guilds. So, speaking of coming back, that segue. So if you notice,
we're so good at this.
I know, getting better. KT is officially now part of the Edge podcast, so we'd like to welcome her to the podcast and also to the Blizz Pro team. So officially, welcome. Now I get to ask you, what's up? How you doing tonight?
It has been another fantastic week of wiping on Fabulous Heroic Garage.
Amazing.
We're getting into that phase 4. We had a really good attempt where we didn't die on the first Malice, and then spent a few more days not getting back there. So just when you think you're gonna have it,
you don't.
No. Yeah.
2 steps forward, 3 steps back, but we're grinding away, and it's looking positive.
Awesome. That's usually the way it works. I mean, you can't win them all. So I know, progressive rating. You're getting there, though. You're getting there. Soon. You guys gonna take a break when you're done, or do you guys have plans for that? Like, what do you think?
I'm on a new server, which means new alts and slaves.
I see.
So I've been grinding out a druid. That was because I've never done that before, and bear tanking is fun, but I gotta finish her off and not always be so sidetracked by beta.
Cool. I hear you. That's kind of what I've been doing too. I've been jumping on the beta when I can. If you notice behind me, there's a bunch of just random stuff: keyboard, guitar, suitcase. I'm officially in my new place now.
It's settling in quite nicely here.
Yeah, it's been a process. I had some problems with hooking up the internet, and there's just been some issues along the way, but everything seems to be ironing itself out now. And then hopefully within the next couple weeks, everything will be set up the way I like it, and I'll feel a little bit more comfortable with my setup. So between moving and working constantly, trying to catch up on the moving expenses and checking out the new Hearthstone expansion and playing a little bit of beta, I tried to fit sleep in there a little bit as well. So I have been.
I sleep a long time ago, but
dude,
you can sleep when you're dead, right?
I've been so busy, so that's my deal. That's what I've been doing. So to kick off the show, the first thing that I want to do is I want to start on a positive note, right? So we've been tweeting out that we do have some Warlords of Draenor beta keys to give away.
Yes, we do.
We do. So we got word from.
Now, Sean, how does one acquire one of these delicious keys?
Well, you could work for us, first of all. That could be one way. But the way, if that's not your thing, this is what we're got set up for you. First of all, Blizzard gave us 5 keys to give away just for this show. Okay, so just for the Edge are 5 beta keys to give away. However, there are more keys you can win over at blizzpro.com, so you want to make sure to go check them out. There's going to be a lot of contests running on the website, so definitely stuff to check out. So what we're going to be doing on this show for our particular giveaway is we're going to be giving them away on Twitter. And it's not going to start until August 3rd. That's when our start date is for the contest. That's going to be, I believe it's a Tuesday. So what we're going to do is we're going to tweet out a message from the Edge account on Twitter. And that's going to have a hashtag BlizzPro. Something in it's going to be hashtag BlizzPro. All you have to do is simply retweet that message, follow our account, the Edge account, and then also follow all 3 of us on Twitter as well, just simply because we like to, have followers. It makes us feel good. And since kind of we have all the cards here by having the beta keys, we can do it. So there you go. And you'll probably unfollow us, which is fine. But every now and then I post funny things.
Interact with you too. Let's be real here. The real reason is we want to also hear from you guys.
Of course.
And get some ideas about BlizzPro and how we can help make the Edge and a better podcast.
Absolutely.
For you to listen to as well.
Plus we're pretty cool people. I mean, we all have passions about the same.
You jump in for the beta key, but just stick around for the witty snarkism.
That's right.
There you go. Yeah, so that's the lyric.
I mean, we all have a passion for the game. We all have a passion for Blizzard, and why not be connected as a community? It's a positive experience, and you never know sometimes along the way who you meet and where they might go in the world. So it's important to do this kind of stuff. So again, all we're gonna do, retweet the message on August 3rd, which will have hashtag BlizzPro. And if you can just hashtag BlizzPro, retweeting it will simply be the easiest thing. And then what we're gonna do is on Thursday, August 14th, and Friday, August 15th, we will randomly select people who have retweeted that message that we verify are following all the accounts, and then we'll announce it via Twitter, website, and on the podcast as well. And then you'll be free to play the game. I mean, this is a really great way if you're already in the beta to get it for your friends that aren't in, that want to experience it, you want to raid with them, or just check out the new sites. Or if you don't have access yet, this is a great time to get access to that. So again, August 3rd, tweeting it out. Winners will be drawn Thursday, August 14th, and Friday, August 15th. So guys, good luck. Help spread the word, and we'll hopefully see you in the beta. Moving along to some minor news that's been coming around the old interwebs. The Horde Chopper is now on its way. It's confirmed by Blizzard that all you have to simply do is log in between now and September 30th, and your account will be flagged to receive the Horde Chopper. So I know it probably goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyways. You need to be on a Horde tune to actually use the chopper. None of this Alliance crap. They lost, so deal with it. Not like anyone cared anyways, but there you go. And you get to use it for, looks like they're setting it up for Warlords, apparently. So their direct quote is, to receive the Horde Chopper upon the release of the upcoming Warlords of Draenor expansion. So, want your free mount? You got to pay for that expansion, baby. Something else that I thought was really awesome that I wanted to mention that I don't really have set up to show you guys on screen, but you should check it out, is the service awards that Blizzard gives out. Those service awards are so sick. They look so awesome. Between the rings and the swords and the helmet, the 20-year helmet. I mean, not very many people have even worked there for 20 years, really. I mean, there's only a handful of people. I mean, Pardell that just left was there for 17. He didn't even make the 20 years. So that's a really rare thing. But those items, if you get a chance to go check it out, worldofwarcraft.com, scroll down the page about just a little ways, you'll see the service awards. You can check out all those images. It's really cool to see the things that they do for their employees that have been there with some tenureship. It's pretty awesome. Other things we mention normally as they release about the viewer models, the undead male models now released. I'm not sure about Katie, but Matt and I do not give most any care about any of the models that come out. I know
they look nice.
Yeah, I mean they look cool. It's just
smooth.
Okay. That's
I want my blood elf. By golly.
Okay. See, I have a blood elf too.
For Riot.
Yeah. See, I have a blood elf too. So that's the thing. I'm kind of waiting. Yeah. Well. So there you go. The undead male models are out. Check them out if you want. And last but not least, starting again, beginning Friday, August 1st at 10 o'clock. Hey, August 1st, by the way, is my dad's birthday. Probably shouldn't forget about that.
Okay.
Gotta make
Write
a
that one
note.
down.
Just remember that.
Yes.
That would have been bad. August 1st, 10 a.m. Through August 4th, which is the Monday. We, per usual, they're going to do the Heart of the Valors buff. So Valor points. Yay. 100% increase.
Valor point weekend. Sounds good to me.
Mm-hmm. Which won't matter because they're going away in Warlords of Draenor anyways. No more Valor points in Warlords. So there you go.
Yeah.
Does not matter. So that's it. That's some of the minor news that's been going on around the old World of Warcraft.comis land. Into just a little bit more interesting things. How about some raid testing? How was it, Matt? What'd you think?
I think so. There were 4 bosses that were available for testing, and obviously they were all kind of overtuned because the devs want to make sure that all the mechanics are working properly and all that stuff. So they always set the health super high,
Right,
and work their way down from there.
Well, we actually have a video of one of the bosses.
We do. I managed to get some footage in there. Can I set the stage really quick before you hit the play button?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Yeah. So this particular boss that we're going to be looking at today is called Orgorger, and he's available in one of the opening raid instances called Blackrock Foundry. Orgorger is one of the first early bosses you'll square off against, and the room it reminds me a bit of Bomberman, kind of like one of those Bomberman levels. Actually, there's 2 phases with the encounter, and it's a bit like your standard tank and spank. Well, as a healer, I played Holy in this one. You got to heal through the massive AoE that's coming out. Either it's stuff from the ground or the acid balls that he's throwing out or whatever. Now his name is Orgorger. As you can tell by his name, his abilities are probably powered by all the ore that he's eating, which means that ore is a mechanic and a resource in this fight. So anything he does, it's going to consume his ore energy, and he needs to eat and recharge.
I feel like I should switch this over now. I'm excited.
Yeah, let's switch it over.
I'm super excited now.
Let's cue it up.
I'm excited. I'm excited. All right.
Let's do this.
All right, hold on. All right. We're over.
One of my gillies actually made a remark that they kind of hoped that this guy was a plushie. Did you hit the play button already?
Oh yeah.
All right. So
we are there, buddy.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, so you can kind of see what's going on here and stuff. We're all kind of gathered up in a little corner. I know the camera work is a little bad on my part, but I was kind of worried more about surviving and all that stuff more than anything else. There's all the pools that are dropping on the ground, and we're trying to strategically place them on the ground in such a way that we don't overlap them while still maintaining line of sight with the boss, right? You'll probably see him in a second here if you haven't yet. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. The tanks are kind of solo tanking in front right now. The rest of us are in the corner just doing our best to stay alive. This is actually their heroic raid mode. So you'll notice that we have 22 people in there right now, and his health does kind of scale up or down depending on how many people you have in there. Heroic in Warlords is the equivalent of our normal mode. Okay, so
there he is.
Yeah, so now we're hitting the next phase. Right about now, and you can kind of see the boss is kind of rolling around a bit at this point, and it may be hard to see, but there's a couple boxes on the ground, and we as a group, we have to DPS the boxes to blow them up for the ore to come out, and we also need Orgorger to actually roll over them to consume the ore, because the faster he replenishes his ore, the quicker he gets out of this phase, and then we go back to a standard tank and spank mode for him. Pro tip, we kind of figured out, we noticed that he doesn't ever roll behind him in this phase. He'll either go left or right. He'll never go back. So, safe place to stand would probably be behind him. Chase after him as he goes around the room and DPS any boxes that you see. But try to stay behind him as you do that so that you avoid dying.
This fight was pretty fun.
I think the fight so far, right? He looks like he does look like a kind of like an armadillo or a mutant armadillo of some sort.
Yeah.
Actually, that was my first reaction.
Yeah, he looks
ugly plushie.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what my guy said. Just hope this guy's turned into a plushie, right? So.
Oh, he's going to. He looks like a plushie.
I think so. That's kind of what I tweeted
like
earlier today. Like, if you could make any raid boss in the game a plushie, which one would it be, right? So.
He's like Bowser and Ramus made a baby.
Yeah, exactly.
Ramus from League, a little, just a
Travis,
little.
yeah, that
Yeah.
Mike already got his. Look at him, just power balling away. That's exactly what the animation looks like, right? And so, yeah, we didn't really get that. We got him fairly low, but not enough for a kill, unfortunately.
What is
In this
this big
case.
AoE that goes out? I mean, it looks like there's this thing that comes out of him that he shoots out some green
Yeah,
like
he shoots like green
bombs.
slobs and green crap.
That looks like it hits hard, dude.
Yeah, it hits pretty damn hard. From a
Look
technical
at that. Boom.
standpoint, I think what happens is there's a conical attack in there somewhere too. I don't think it's the same thing as the green slime. It
Right.
might be, I don't remember. But so he hits the closest target for 500,000 damage, which damage is then mitigated by whatever mitigation stats a tank has, and then that damage gets translated in the cone behind him. So if you're the tank, you're mitigating half that damage. The rest of the raid is taking 250,000 damage or whatever.
Okay.
Does that sort of make sense?
Yeah.
I guess it's one of their pseudo um, tank mechanic things,
Well,
or their taunt or their tank taunts or whatever it is.
Sebastian Locke in chat says that AoE can be interrupted.
It can be, yeah. You got to interrupt it because
Yeah.
if it doesn't, well, you take a lot. You can kind of see the pools in the ground are pretty annoying too because we kind of run in a room and you can kind of tell that there's line of sight issues throughout the place. We were lucky. We found some spots where we kind of stand in a corner in such a way where we can kind of heal and shoot stuff through the walls, but I don't think that's going to make it all the way through live.
Huh.
All the same,
Awesome.
especially for one of the early bosses.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a lot of fun. I mean, I like how the positioning plays a huge key into
Oh,
the
it's
fight.
yeah.
That adds a lot more interesting dynamic to the raid makeup because a lot of that hasn't been around. I mean, this looks really tight. It's a lot of narrow walkways here.
Yeah, it's very, very movement restrictive. So I suspect that any group smaller than 25 or 20 might have an advantage here because there's more room to work with in that sense. But at the same time, you're also going to want a nice team of interrupters because we've had him. He's tried to chain cast the AOE about 3 times in a row that we've seen before. So you'll definitely have to have a lot of interrupters. Like we were thinking, maybe 3 interrupters with a 4th as a backup in case something goes sideways, right? But
It's a good thing almost everyone has an interrupt. I mean,
yeah, exactly. Everyone's got an interrupt
Better
except
for worse.
all right, yeah. But a lot. I mean, you could be lucky too. I mean, you have like wind shear and you have ranged interrupts too that can always help.
Yep.
Just because there's so much moving around that may be a really good thing to have. You know, I know for me as a melee, I mean, this fight kind of looks like a pain in the ass because with all the movement. But it shouldn't be bad after you kind of get the hang of it. It definitely looks like a cool fight though. I'm excited to try it.
Yeah,
I'm
you'll
definitely excited.
challenge him early on in the instance. I think he's like the first or second boss you can actually access. It's the great thing about the Blackrock Foundry is that it appears to be winged. It's not a linear order like the way we've been doing in Siege and Throne of Thunder.
Right.
So you do have a couple options on where you want to go. I hope it stays that way. Honestly.
Awesome.
But yeah, so that's a quick overview of War Gorger.
Yeah, that looks awesome.
Yeah, next time we can check out another boss.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Those videos actually help quite a bit because it's really interesting to see the mechanics in practical, you know, in a more practical way rather than just kind of explaining
Just
it and then be like, envision this, guys.
Picture
envision this huge plushie rolling around and throwing snot at you. Imagine that.
What it is, right? It looks like this green. He's just blowing his nose all over the place.
It's like, actually, now that's a pretty good. I can envision that now.
Yeah, that's all right.
I wonder
Awesome.
how broken Blink isn't going to work in that room. That's my mage fear.
Old mages.
Because there's all this stuff and, you know, tripping and falling
Yeah.
face first.
Badness will happen. Well, so moving forward, something else that we wanted to mention that's been pretty big news around Twitter has been the black market auction house. It has been spotted. There have been screenshots. It is a real place, people. It is here to suck the money out of you. So what do we know?
Gold sinks are real.
What do we know about the black market auction house? So what's going on with this
Yeah.
now?
What are they selling this time around here?
I'm
Plague
excited.
Drake?
Isn't that one floating around already?
You can't get the plagued anymore.
I know you can't get it in the game anymore, but
Yeah.
I thought it had been seen on the auction
Oh
house.
yeah, that's the only place you can get it now.
Right.
Yeah.
So the black market auction house was spotted in Nagrand, located near the Ring of Blood. So familiar stomping grounds
Yeah.
for everybody. So far, what's been spotted on the auction house for purchase have been all the fun things that you can't get in the game anymore.
Yes.
There's out of those fun times grinding Zul'Gurub for those for the Swift Rizashi Raptor and I'm assuming the Swift Azulian Tiger as well. The Raptor was actually spotted, but comes one usually, so do the associated items. Also for the unlucky few who still grind for those Throne of Thunder pets, the G-Kun hatchling, and I believe the spawn of the one thing. I forgot the name and I didn't write it down. I'm sorry.
Spawn of the one thing. We'll just call it that now.
From the Dark Animus and the mutated guy.
Now I like yours better.
The spawn of the one thing.
Spawn of the one thing.
That should be an item now.
Some kind of weird Matrix thing.
Based on the fact of the appearance of the G-Kun hatchling, all of the other Throne of Thunder pet drops will probably show up on the auction house as well. And the other really interesting thing that showed up on the black market auction house was the Tabard of the Arcane, which were the only epic tabards that you could obtain in the game, and they were obtained through the point system through Upper Deck Entertainment on the trading cards that were discontinued and have only risen in real world money value since then, and those have shown up as well. So those lost unicorns from times gone by are coming to light again.
Amazing how that works. Stupid trading card game. I actually kind of want to play the WoW trading card game. Now that I've played Hearthstone.
Now you want to play.
Yeah. Now I'm the fanboy. It's like, I play Hearthstone, so now I want to play this, guys. Aren't they like discontinuing that game?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They stopped printing them, which makes sense now that they have Hearthstone. Why would you want to compete with yourself?
If I understand, a lot of the artwork is similar.
Yeah, much of it is.
Yeah, which is cool. But I mean, meetups, man. No one wants to do meetups anymore. You remember when like LAN parties were like a big thing? Like that was like the thing to do with your friends. Like on the weekend, like, all right, I'm gonna lug my giant heavy ass monitor and computer over to my buddy's house and not sleep for like 3 days. We're gonna play Command and Conquer.
6K, man.
Yeah, that was like forever. That's what I'm saying. Like I was like rank 1 on the MSN ladder for Rogue Spear. That was like,
good lord.
Yeah, I was the yeah.
Ooh, tough guy.
I was a tough guy.
I must admit, I wasn't part of the PC Master Race back then. My buddies and I chained our Xboxes together for that 16-man House of Halo.
Yeah, the old Halo.
Counter-Strike. What's up?
God, we are getting so far off topic. And
showing our age.
Yeah, we're all old as shit. That's all you need to know. Yeah, I think I'm the oldest. Yeah, you can tell by my gross beard.
What else we got?
What else is going on here?
The hot topic of the week was the data mined new skin for feral druids.
Oh yeah.
Cat form has been replaced by the claws of Shirvala. If you choose to talent it, it is a level 100 talent, and what that does is creates the ability to shift into a creature that is half man and half cat. This alternate cat form allows the use of all non-damaging druid spells while shape-shifted and increases versatility by 5%. So that means buffing, battle resing, healing, dispelling don't pop you out of cat form anymore, which could be very, very powerful in PvP.
Is it weird? The first thing I thought of was like, which half is the cat part?
That's a very weird thing to think.
Yeah, that's the very first thing I thought of. I was like, man, I hope it's not that one half.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully cat face, not cat ass. Nobody likes cat ass. I went there.
Show's done.
I'm not sorry.
Show's done.
This talent.
Just kidding.
So, depending on the race of the druid will dictate the form that you take. So a troll will be a cat, man, tiger, tree, bear. Tauren takes form in the traditional lion. Night elf will be that black panther. And the worgen will be a snow leopard. The running animations from the Claws of Shirvala do resemble the current Worgen physical run when they're in their Worgen form and non-human form.
So many forms nowadays. I don't know what's going on anymore.
All the forms.
What happened to this game?
We're gonna trim things, but then we're gonna give you new
Sims.
stuff. I think Druids will be happy to see that it isn't an extra form button on the slide out wheel. It replaces cat form button.
Cool. I like the versatility thing. That's actually a really cool PvE stat. Because I was reading that it does increase your overall damage and healing by 5%, and damage mitigation by 2.5%. So obviously, in progressing rating, I mean that's huge. I mean you want that extra damage boost and the survivability. So the question is, why would you not take that talent? I mean the other talent's gonna be pretty good, man. To negate 5% overall damage healing and 2.5% damage reduction. So. But no,
Unless you're interested. The other two talents on that tier is spamming Moonfire and something else that doesn't pop you out of cat form.
I mean, Moonfire is pretty cool. I love spamming Moonfire.
Didn't they like?
But a Moonfire Feral?
Yeah.
Did they increase the damage for that for Feral?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
That, yeah.
I have seen a couple streams with people using that talent in PvP, and it is ridiculously good. Ridiculously good.
Redonkulous.
So, what's that?
Redonkulous?
Yeah, it's all of the donkey. Donkey? I'm a stallion, baby. Okay. So something else that just popped up, just because Blizzard's like this, and they like to just spring things on you last minute. We got some patch notes that were just released about an hour ago, but for us it was like 30 minutes before the show. And Matt, being the generous scholar that
Quick notes, yeah, most of these are just minor class changes. Well, minor class changes, but a couple of them are made you kind of go, what?
like
Really?
they got rid of the warrior. The warrior's gone.
Yeah, the
Warriors
warrior
are
is
gone.
gone. Sorry, guys. You're all,
If you
you're
played a
all-
warrior, you get a free DK.
You're done now. Okay, priests. Twist of Fate now only triggers from healing for discipline and holy priests, and only triggers from damage for shadow priests. So this was a talent where you get a slight damage or healing boost if you were engaging someone who had really low health. The reason this change was being made was because there were apparently some really intrepid shadow priests out there for the purposes of min-maxing they had their gear changer on. They would take off all their gear, put renew on themselves, put their gear back on so that it would trigger the Twist of Fate and gain an automatic 15% damage increase. So that's why that was done. It was actually kind of a neat trick, but yeah, so I guess they decided that had to go. From Darkness Comes Light, that was another one. That's the one that gives you a couple of free mind spikes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, depending on which one you wanted, if you wanted that talent or not. But the thing is that they've kind of increased the options in terms of what will trigger it. Before it was just your other spells. Now it can trigger in addition with Devouring Plague. So Devouring Plague will trigger it along with the usual, whatever shadow spells that'll do it. What am I forgetting here? Yes, it's still up 3 charges instead of 2, but the odds of it triggering have gone down to 10% instead of 20%. Otherwise, you would be spamming that button all day with all your spells ticking at the same time.
All day, day.
All day, every day. Shamans, here is the big one for you guys.
Uh-oh.
Your chain lightning damage has been increased by 50%.
Ooh.
This is to offset the current, or the change going from mastery to mastery. They've kind of reworked how mastery works. And so the chain lightning is done to kind of offset that, because the power of AoE damage right up for shamans is chain lightning proccing repeatedly over and over again.
Which is great, baby.
In Miss, yeah, but that's not going to be the case in Warlords. So as a result, they upped it. The big one, Tremor Totem, no longer usable while under the effects of fear, charm, or sleep.
Shamans suck.
Oh my god.
The rage is real.
Cue.
The rage is real.
Yeah.
Go to the forums right now. There's gonna be broken keyboards. There's gonna be like blood vessels popping out.
Yeah, you watch as like shaman population in PvP goes from like 5% to 0% or
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad.
Joke about this, but I can actually see it right now. Like that was one of the greatest strengths of shaman in PvP was that if it was an automatic get out of jail free card if someone tried to CC you or your allies, right, in PvP. But now you got to time it. You got to watch the cast bars. You got to be, this guy's about to cast fear. I'm going to drop my totem right now.
Shamans don't have a lot of escape either.
No, well, you got your Earthbond, you got your Ghost Wolf maybe, but like there's all these other spells that you kind of have that you can use. But this is a huge kind of detriment, I suppose. But
it's a kick in the fur, is what it is.
Yeah,
just a kick in the fur.
Kick in the furs, yeah, exactly. Stomp on the tail. Oh my goodness.
A kick in the cat butt.
Yeah. So
yeah.
We'll kind of have to see how these changes play out on the test realm servers. There's always a chance they might reverse it, so who knows, right?
Who knows, man? We don't even.
Right,
Blizzard doesn't even know.
Moving on to mages. So
OP.
You know how every month there seems to be a flavor of the month when it comes to DPS classes. Mages on beta, Frost mages specifically, were the
crazy good.
If I don't remember if I had my damage meter thing running on the video I showed earlier, but if I was showing damage, you could see the top like 4 classes, the top 5 players, all Frost mages, and that's simply due to the way multi-strike was working, and it was just absolutely insane. As reference, my Shadow Priest, as crappy green-geared Shadow Priest, was doing about 12k damage. Warlocks and some of the other DPS classes baseline, we're talking about 18 to 20,000 damage. Frost mages were rocketing up as high as about 70 to 60,000 damage.
It's crazy.
Per second. Yeah, that was a little high, and that's largely due to a lot of these procs that were going off. Yeah. So, as a result...
Frost is a strange animal at the beginning, though. It's always really strong, and then it just peters off and is... Exactly. Every expansion, it's like, yay, Frost mages!
And it's like, no.
They're back in that. Oh, your fun's got to go away now. So, and as a result, in this case, the multi-strike chance has gone down. The proc chance has gone down from 45% to 25%. So, yeah, less chance of the free Frost Ice Lances, rather. Less chances of that happening and all that stuff. What else do we have here?
Warriors.
Warren is big. Yeah, we got Warriors. I did a quick scan of it. I thought they were gonna, get removed as a class.
Things happened. Okay, here's the quick abridged version.
Basically,
Warriors still suck.
Well, I don't know.
No, they're bad.
They're useful. Let's be diplomatic here. Let's not piss off all the Warriors.
I guess true. I mean, because I remember a time when I played my rogue and I was like Wrath, and I was like terrible. And people still brought me because I could kick things.
Yeah, so most of the changes, there's been no major change when it comes to abilities. They just kind of rebalanced the rage costs for some of them so that they're a little cheaper. That's a net gain to their overall usability, feasibility, whatever you want to call it. So they're a little better in that regard now. Cheaper abilities, which means they can spam that stuff more and hit stuff and do more damage and be all Hulk smash.
That's what they're supposed to be, though. It's supposed to hit hard.
But now instead of hitting hard, they get to hit a little bit more.
Just not as hard.
Yeah, exactly, just not as hard.
Need more rage.
And lastly, last change, Druids. In addition to the Shrivala talent addition up there, they've also changed one of their talents, Dream of Scenario, specifically for balanced Druids. Yeah, this one's kind of weird. I guess it's more of a utility thing than anything else. So the talent's been redesigned. So balanced Druids casting Moonfire or Sunfire, they also get to heal a random injured ally in the process.
Huh.
Think about that.
Yeah, I'm like,
cool. Like, that's a nice utility thing. Like, is that the utility tree? I can't even remember about that Druid section. Like, because this is it's kind of a neat change actually. So, but then I guess its effectiveness depends on how often are you going to be using Moonfire and Sunfire and all that stuff with the lunar or solar peak. So, yeah, that's the change they made to that.
It's nice that it resets the cooldown on Star Surge. Too bad it's still a cast.
Right. Right. Yeah. So all the same, if anyone out there that's on beta right now, I do encourage you to go on there and give these changes a shot. Post your feedback on the WoW forums. The devs do read everything on there. And if you don't have beta access, well, just rewind the podcast back to Sean's bit earlier and listen in on how you can get your chance to get yourself a nice shiny beta key.
Yeah, they're real nice.
Mm-hmm.
They are.
They taste good too.
You will be all of the rage in your guild. Like, hey guys, sorry I'm late for raid.
By your guild.
I was on the beta.
Yeah.
And it was a good time. That's all you gotta do. And your voice gets deeper too, so you know. It's like, when you do like P90X and suddenly you're tan. You have like a six-pack and you're tan. Yeah,
Hey there,
okay, you get what I'm
boy.
saying. All right. Let me think here. I'll start with Katie. Katie, you got anything before we head out? Any shout-outs, websites, high fives?
It's your first official show, I guess, with us now. It's
Yeah, you get to go first.
It is a shout out. Can I give a shout out to Wowhead? Because
No.
Why not?
Oh, you may not.
Okay, fine. I mean, our bosses may want to fire you on your first day, but
No.
I would like to thank every other fan site but my own. That would be great. No, we're gonna say about Wowhead. Wow, it's a good website. Everyone uses them.
The degree to which they actively update the database. So, in researching, like the Claws of Shrivala.
Those guys work hard.
They do.
Very hard.
Yes, sir. Is that it? That's all you got for us?
Thank you for inviting me to stay and keep me and let me terrorize you on a weekly basis.
Well, you're welcome.
Yay!
You're welcome.
But yeah, no, I think that's it. I mean, a shout out to you two for giving me the opportunity to be here and contribute. And I'm bursting.
Well, you'll be here as long as Matt and I don't go work for Blizzard. So, and then when we do, you'll know people that work at Blizzard.
Woohoo!
Yep. You can come hang out with us at BlizzCon. Matt, what do you got?
First of all, I would just like to announce that I hate my guild. They're watching right now. I hate each and every single one of you. Like, deep down, I hate you all.
I think it's awesome.
It's upside down hard. I hate you all.
He hates you.
Yeah, I'm actually not going to be here next week, so I don't know what you guys are going to do without my awesome, eye candy face and stuff like that. So I'm sure you'll live and all that stuff. But
yeah, we got some other people here. We'll be all right.
Oh, well, we're getting replaced already. Whoa.
We'll be all right.
Whoa.
We'll be all right. They got me. I run the show. It's all good. So that's it. That's all you got.
Yep, that's it.
All right, cool.
All I got. Plugged my guild earlier on in the show, so I don't want to do it again. But
yep, the guild stuff. Yep. Again, guys, if the beta key stuff, August 3rd, we'll be sending out the tweet. Please retweet, follow all of us. All of our Twitters are right below. Also, the Edge is right in the middle of the screen there, and that will get you entered in for the drawing, which would be, again, August 14th and 15th. It's a Thursday and Friday. We'll tweet out an article, and we will also advertise it on the podcast. Other than that, guys, Matt won't be here next week, but we will, and I'm pretty sure we're going to have another person here as well. So,
I wonder
who could it be? We don't know. But until then, guys, we will see you next week. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Peace.